Hey there, Magic One. Just before we get into your tarot reading, I wanted to jump in super quick, I promise, just with a few announcements for you. Should you want to arrange a personal reading or healing for yourself, you can do so at any time by either clicking the link to my website down below or visiting wildlotustarot.com. I do have a new little offering which I think is kind of cute. It's actually the most affordable way to get guidance from me, and in that reading I draw you a single tarot card from the beautiful Star Child Tarot and write you a handwritten letter about my interpretation of that card for you, and I post it to your letterbox. You can now show your support by becoming a member of my channel. If you head to my channel page and click the join button, there's a video there where I describe in detail what I'm offering for my two different levels of membership. Don't forget, the doors are always open to the initiation. That is my immersive Learn Tarot journey. You can sign up at any time and receive lifetime access to all of the learning materials, videos, online learning modules, practices, and in that course I am teaching my signature process to learn how to read tarot, not just from the head but from the heart, and go beyond the traditional card meanings, and how to put it all together and thread it into a story as well. So that's available at any time. I'll also link that down below for you. You can find me on Instagram if you'd like to stay connected and hear a little bit more about me. You can find the link down below, or you can find me at wild_lotus_tarot. I would love to have you over there with me as well. Till next time, sending you so much love and magic. Let's get on with your reading. Taurus, welcome to your tarot reading for May 16th through to the 22nd. Let's see what may be on the cards for you. I've got the 9-card block here, 3 recent past, 3 focus energy, 3 for your future outcome. I have a selection of oracle cards, lead tarot energies, and I've turned over the bottom of the deck for you. So Taurus, I love seeing the Sun energy, the most positive card in the tarot deck. So they say. So let's have a look at what the journey is to get to overcoming this obstacle and really moving into this bright new path. I'll start with the oracles. The first one out is the now, and the second one was one step ahead is all you need. So my interpretation is that the time is now for you to take the first step. And that's all you need, because it's like a domino effect, or the snowball effect. Once you take the first step, once you push that first domino, then it creates a fated chain of reaction, a chain of events here. So it's time for you to really take the first step, and that's going to be different for all of you depending on what this reading pertains to. I'm actually reading an energetic pattern here. For some of you, it could be playing out in your romantic relationships. For others of you, it could be work, career, place. You decide, and you'll know how it resonates for you. Okay, we've got the full moon and Aries card here, and it says a fiery climax approaches. So it feels like things are about to come to a head, and being the Aries energy, it asks you to take some bold action, right? And I think that bold action is the first step in the direction that you are wanting to take. The time is now. Right, in terms of lead tarot energies, I've got Divine Wisdom and 3 of Cups. Now, the Divine Wisdom card is an extra major arcana in Danielle Noel's Moonchild Tarot, and it really means that you might be receiving some signs or synchronicities from the universe. If you are getting the angel numbers, you know, the repeated numbers, maybe the 1111, we've got 2 8s here, we've got 2 3s in the reading. You can Google those. They're all trying to direct or guide you. The 1111 number really is that you're on the right path. It's the confirmation to keep moving forward. So it may also come through your intuition, okay? You might get the download or insight as to what that first step is that you're needing to take. 3 of Cups is here, and the 3 of Cups is an energy of joy and celebration. It feels like you will be celebrating soon. It is also time to plant the seeds of the new, because this talks about you enjoying a new harvest, right? New results, new successes in your next spiritual season, but it's time for you to put the first step in place now to ensure that you've got them growing, you've got things simmering. All right, what's this all about? Well, Nine of Wands is at the bottom of the deck, and it feels like there has been an ongoing struggle in an area of your life, okay? One that is kind of beginning to wear you down or weigh heavily on you. And I'm feeling a longer term situation. With the Nine of Wands, I usually say you've been fighting for a situation that is wanting to leave your life, but you've been hanging in there and pushing it. But it has got to the point that is having an effect on your energy, on your energetic system. And you are the one that's become the martyr of the situation and carrying those battle wounds, okay? You might be in a situation that you're always feeling that you're needing to be in fight, flight, or freeze. That, you know, is really putting you in an adrenaline mode because it's so taxing on your energy system. So with the Nine of Wands, you are one action, one step away from moving this to the Ten of Wands, where we get to end it, where we get to release it, where we get to breathe out that sigh of relief. But it's not here yet, because at the moment you're still trying to go against the grain here, or maybe plant seeds where, you know, the land has dried up, meaning trying to invest in something that you already know is not giving you back those returns. So I've got Temperance, Eight of Wands, and Three of Pentacles in your recent past, or you may be in the state now. Now, in terms of signs, I've got Sagittarian energy, got Aries referenced here, I've got Leo, I've got Aquarius. You may or may not be dealing with one of those signs. Now, Temperance says to me in this reading that the conditions are just right for change, Eight of Wands, okay? And generally with Temperance, I mean, it's the energy that follows on from the Death card in the Major Arcana. It is a good time for you to allow things to complete. You will move into a really stable, secure place within yourself quite quickly and heal this, because it's overdue, right? The timing is right. Now, this could pertain to a team situation here. Three of Pentacles can be a situation that involves others. It could be an indication that there are too many cooks in the kitchen, like people meddling in your situation as well. With the Eight of Wands, you may receive a message or communication that is the last straw or the catalyst for you finally saying, okay, it's time to let go, Ten of Wands, all right? So that could come intuitively or synchronistically with the Divine Wisdom card here. Alternatively, the Eight of Wands can be some kind of divine intervention. It can be that you might have been traveling or in a different location where you kind of learned something that was significant to your situation, okay? Let's move on. Nine of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, Ten of Wands. I feel that whatever it is that is about to change or you're letting go of is something that you have worked so hard at. Like we talked about you hanging in there and trying to push it, but I also feel that you invested heavily in this. So it could be a job or career that you have really you've put in the work and effort. You have maybe, you know, achieved a certain level of success here. But what the universe is saying is that there is a directional change ready to come through for you. The Eight of Wands for me as a reader can be a card of going in a different direction, doing a 180 in your life. Just when you think you're heading on this road, you're getting called onto a completely different one. But if you're honest with yourself, Taurus, you know, it's actually always been a part of you, but maybe you've kind of suppressed it and followed a different path. So I feel like you are going to shift paths here. But first of all, you need to release the old Ten of Wands, because it's blocking your vision and it's also consuming your energy here as well. With the Ten of Wands, it's become a burden. It's become the weight that you carry. And you're going to free up so much more energy and have so many more opportunities once you just let it go. And you also want to let it go in the timing where the conditions are just perfect and it's by your choice and you're in control making the decisions, rather than allowing it to reach a fiery climax, because that's when we get the Tower moments. Like I always say, the universe will tickle you with a feather for so long before it brings in the Mack trucks to clear the way. So the signs and the synchronicities, the inner knowing that something's not working and coming to that realization is the feather tickling. And that is your sign to change something, to do something differently, to let it go. If we ignore those, sometimes the universe will bring in the tower, right? Conspire some circumstances, intervene to remove a situation from your life when you weren't going to do it yourself because you're meant to be on a new path, right? It feels like Nine of Cups. There is a new wish, a new dream here to be realized. Like there's a new chapter of positivity behind this where you can have a lot more joy and satisfaction. I do see that you will generally, you will genuinely grieve for letting go of this situation. We see the 3 spilt cups, and then we've got that 3 of cups as your lead energy. So it could be that you, again, this is something that you really tried to grow, that was once something that you were proud and you were celebrating, but it hasn't worked out that way, or it's just reached its peak, right? And yeah, it can be sad letting go, but we also see 2 cups behind you as the new opportunities, new connections, new partnerships that are on the other side of this. So the Sun says on the other side of that obstacle is a rebirth. Once you shed that old skin, you have the opportunity to recreate and rebuild in a really, really positive new direction, Taurus. It can be tricky for you to let go, especially if you're comfortable in the situation, because, you Taurians, you love that, love to, put the roots down and just be very comfy in a situation. But consider you might be even more comfortable in the next situation that is more aligned for you, but you do have to go through the tricky bit to get there. King of Swords is here. It's an Aquarian energy. It's the energy of making the decision, generally to sever ties with something, but also to move towards your truth, right? We're in the age of Aquarius now, where the key to happiness is living in alignment with your uniqueness, your individuality, your gifts and your talents, and not selling out on that, not sacrificing that for others. So the King of Swords says it's time for you to make a decision based on that. Take a step back and look at the big picture. Where do you want to be in 1 year, 5 years time? And does the situation align with that? Can you see that taking you there? And if not, it is time to let it go back to the earth. So let's clarify that outcome a little more. You're jumping out. Oh, you know what you are? The World. This is called the universe in that card, in this deck, sorry. And the Empress at the bottom. This is the biggest card of completion of big cycles in your life, following the final judgment. And it's a victory card, right? There's great victory in allowing situations to complete that we're ready to, right? The conditions were just right, because the Empress is here and she wants you to create the new, what's on your heart. She wants you to birth it into the reality. She says you can make it happen. She also says conditions are just right. And she is the blessing. She is the green light. She is the confirmation that says your harvest will be even more abundant in the future, but we do need to go through the sliding doors in order to get there, Taurus. So I'm going to leave it there, and I hope you enjoyed this guided message and you found it useful. Do keep in mind it's a general reading for the collective. It isn't meant to resonate with everybody every time. Drop me a comment if you're called to share. I read them all. I try to connect with as many of you as I can over there. Hit subscribe, please. If you haven't already, I'd be so grateful. It really makes a huge difference to the engagement that, keeps us doing these readings for you. So I'd be much appreciated if you could exchange the energy in that way. And I will meet you back here, same time, same place, for another weekly reading next week. Bye for now.